Hello, my name is Caitlin Turnbow, and I am the author of Super Poet, and I also run this channel, Busy Writer's Life. You know how you're born with certain talents, or you're just naturally good at something because you're not necessarily born with them? And sometimes it's part of your, passion, but you're kind of better in this one specific area of your passion. Yeah, that's me with Cliffhangers. I love to write. I feel like I was made to write books. I love to do it. I can't imagine my life without doing it. And I am extra talented at Cliffhangers naturally. I've had lots of compliments, and I feel really good about my Cliffhangers. And I'm told that my Cliffhangers are not cheesy or cliche or boring. They actually get the right message across and have the right reactions. And I know how to make the reader ask the right questions and answer enough of them while making them ask more to keep them going. I'm typically fairly good at that without even hardly thinking about it. I feel like I should tell you how to write a cliffhanger. So what is a cliffhanger? Well, a cliffhanger is a plot device where the scene ends without a resolution. So it keeps your reader going so they can actually find out the resolution. You're literally hanging off a cliff. And then that's it. Do you fall? Do you have a friend that helps you up? Do you climb up? Do you fall and catch yourself? Or do you just die? Does a hawk pick you up and put you back down? Do you float like a butterfly back down? Nobody knows. You're just hanging there, and then that's it. Well, that is not an open ending. You need to know that they're different. So why do we use them? Well, it's obvious. We use them to keep the reader into the book, so that they will keep turning the keep turning the page, and they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that this is happening," or like, "No, don't end it there." That's a perfect reaction. Typically, it's at the end of a chapter. That's where you put a cliffhanger. Not always, but most of the time it's at the end of a chapter. So how do you do this correctly? Well, step 1, you need to be abrupt. I'm talking like less than 3 sentences abrupt. Like, you need to make it hard and fast. It definitely needs to be unexpected. Don't hit around a cliffhanger. Just hammer it down. Just punch them in the face. All of a sudden, they're like, whoa! Just like a plot twist, which is in the next steps. Just hang on. But while you're doing this, you need to keep in mind what the resolution is. When you do make a cliffhanger that's abrupt, actually all cliffhangers should be abrupt. When you do make a cliffhanger, you need to know what the resolution is while you're writing it, and you need to solve the resolution within the next scene. You're pushing it if you solve it in the scene after that. It should never be later. Otherwise, your reader's going to walk away unsatisfied. That's not good. I mean, they already bought your book, but that's not good. 2, put in a plot twist. If in doubt, put in a plot twist. That's an awesome cliffhanger. You're like, wait, what? Oh my god. Put in a plot twist, which is in an upcoming video. I'm going to explain plot twists and tell you how to write them correctly, because that is also something I'm good at, because it kind of goes hand in hand with cliffhangers sometimes. We're buddies. They hang out once in a while. I should let you know how to do plot twists. You should subscribe to me and click that bell so you get notified when that video comes up, and then you'll be able to watch it first, and only cool people watch things first, so click that bell so you're one of those cool people. Sorry for those of you who are too lazy to click that bell. And that subscribe button. Snobs. Sorry. Plot twists and cliffhangers, what it does is they add suspense, but do know that they're not the only way to add suspense. So, when in doubt, put in a plot twist, it adds suspense, it makes your reader kind of jump from their seats and be like, wait, what just happened? And it's only halfway, because it's a cliffhanger. They're like, wait, what? What? I have to figure this out. I can't stop reading now. You get the point. 3, warnings. Cliffhangers are super easily messed up. Super easily cliche, overused, and doing this will turn your readers off. And you will never turn them back on. Ever. That's why sometimes you need cliffhangers to keep them going, but it's kind of a leap of faith. If you don't do it right, then you're going to lose readers, and they're not going to come back. It's kind of a deal breaker if you mess up with cliffhanger. So it's important that you pay attention to the last of this video. I mean, you should pay attention to the rest, but this is the most important part. As I said, they're easily overused or cliche. They are typically at the end of a chapter. They are not at the end of every chapter. A chapter is a story in itself. Okay, so yes, you can have a cliffhanger once in a while to get the reader to go on to the next chapter, but if you do it every single time, they're going to start expecting it. and that's overusing cliffhangers. And when they start expecting it, it loses the impact. When I start a chapter every single time, it doesn't matter what book I'm reading, I actually flip through the pages and I see when the end of the chapter is going to be and how long is this chapter. Can I read it within the amount of time? I always do that. I even do that actually with a book. When I first see the book, I'm like, okay, last page, here we go. I know I'm not the only one, okay? You know it. Only cool people do that. No, just saying. But yeah, I look to see how many pages there are in a chapter and in a book. And I also see what the last sentence says. Because I spoil myself and you probably shouldn't do that. So basically, if you overuse it, when I turn the page, when I go to check how many chapters, I would say, okay, what's this cliffhanger? Yeah, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be expecting a cliffhanger. Or like when I start to see that like there's a half page because the chapter's going to, the chapter's going to end, I should not be saying, okay, get ready for a cliffhanger, let's prepare myself now. No, that is losing the impact. So don't do it on every single chapter, no matter how much it's tempting, because cliffhangers are super fun. Yeah, don't do it. Here's another thing. Don't make them all life or death. The typical ones, for examples, the problems are setbacks. Her ex-boyfriend walked in the bar while she's trying to date this new guy. It's on their first date. Oh no, that's a cliffhanger. You've probably heard that example before because I took that example. Plagiarism. But yeah, you get it. You're hanging off a cliff. You might die. It's a good cliffhanger. But not all your cliffhangers need to be that. An example from my book is when a basketball player my main character is a basketball player, and he's looking for this one player to ask him some questions because this character is not human, and he never shows up until later in the book. And then once he does, I use with one word that it's that person. You're like, oh, he's finally here. Is he going to kill him? Is he not? Is he going to actually have the guts to answer the question? Because this main character is kind of puny sometimes. Sorry, Dalton. You're a coward. Don't bad talk your characters, it's rude. Okay, sorry. Except with me. I have permission to bad talk my characters all I want to. I made them out of nothing. Here's another thing you should know. Open endings and cliffhangers are different. Open endings are like Three Little Pigs. What happened after the Three Little Pigs, they had their happy ending? The wolf went away. Or depending on which one you listen to, sometimes the wolf died. But, Three Little Pigs are all safe, Do they all live with that one brother that was smart enough to build a brick house? Or do they all rebuild their houses? Do they all get apartments? Do they all get girlfriends and go live in the dirt underneath the bridge? Who knows? That's an open ending. It's not a cliffhanger because there was nothing like, and then life went on. There's nothing like, and then the wolf came back because he took some medicine. If you saw that commercial, he took some medicine and now he can come back. Oh, that's a cliffhanger, but it's a life or death cliffhanger. But you get the point. There's an open ending where a reader has the room to create the story, the rest of the story themselves, and a cliffhanger is where the resolution is already set, but they just don't know what it is and they have to turn the page to find out. Like how a book trailer is, buy this book and you'll find out. Yeah, that's usually a whole bunch of cliffhangers in one little jumble without even telling you a whole bunch of things. If you find a good book trailer that isn't cheesy, let me know. Because I think they're all cheesy. Even though I make book trailers in my book. But my book trailers aren't cheesy. Because I don't put up crap. Last tip in the warning section. And it's really important. And I will hunt you down. Trust me, I will do it. If you break this rule. If you're writing a standalone. Or the end of a series. Do not put a cliffhanger at the end. You will lose me as a reader, as someone who respects you. Actually, I'm just over-exaggerating. I really could care less if you do. But, it's serious. Don't do it. I'm serious. Like, if you do it, you will have readers turn away. If you are writing a series, you could put a cliffhanger at the end, so they'll go buy the next book. Okay, that's a little different. But if you're writing a standalone, and you put a cliffhanger at the end, resolution is set. I just got done telling you that an open ending and a cliffhanger are two different things. Okay? That's not an open ending. There's a resolution set, They know there's a resolution set, but there is nothing that's going to end up telling them what that resolution is. That's a huge, dissatisfying feeling. And they're never going to buy your books again. Like I said, if you play Cliffhangers wrong, you'll lose readers forever. So if you're writing a standalone, or it is the end of the series, it's the end. Put the end. Actually, don't say the end because that's very cliche. But put, it's the end of the book. It's all wrapped up. If you want to put a cliffhanger at the end, create a series. But then you should also watch my video on should you create a series, so that way you can double check on that, and so you can see my beautiful face more. But yeah, don't do it. I was serious about me hunting you down. Don't do it. I'll always like you. Unless you're a complete jerk. Then I might just delete your hateful comments off my feed because I don't have time for you. But besides that, I like you. So that's all I've got. That was a lot of stuff because I love cliffhangers. I could talk on and on and on and on and on about them. But we don't have time for that. Go ahead. I was about to say talk to you later. Go ahead and check out the rest of my stuff. Wow, my face is bright. This half of my face is so bright. Man, I look cool this way, but I can't do that all the time. Sorry! Which is the point, and my tripod is moving around all over the place. It's this tall. Well, for those of my family members and friends that actually know what the size of my head is, it's this tall. Okay, anyway, what is the actual definition that I wrote down? That I wrote so lightly. I wonder where my head was that day. Okay,